Did y'all know that over 500,000 kids around the world are sexually assaulted? Thousands of kids are murdered, and over 600,000 Americans are currently homeless. This combination is horrifying because we have crime within the homeless community. With this case today, it's involving a little girl and an older man in the same homeless camp. You know, kid cases around the world is very horrifying when you know what could have been done, what wasn't done, the system, people she was left alone with. It's very gut-wrenching. That's all I'm going to tell you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is currently raining right now, and I always think it's so, it's so gloomy when it rains, and I think it's like a perfect tone when I do these crimes because it's so sad. And I'm that person where I feel like when it rains, it's like cleansing the earth. I don't know. It's been raining a lot lately, which we need the rain because it's also been. No, it's been cold, so the rain really don't do anything, but we need to cleanse. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, I'm so excited because I'm growing this channel more, and the cases, they're only getting worse. I'm like, every day I look at cases and I'm just like, mine just gone. It's insane. But let me tell y'all this. I did a poll on my community, which I will put up here and show you guys, because I'm actually interested in what people think. I'm talking about how men who sexually assault and rape a child and murder the child, do they deserve the death penalty? I'm a person that say yes because I'm all for capital punishment. But I'm actually curious about what people think because, we all have our different views. I keep telling myself this is an open channel. So I know some people don't believe in that, but I do because of the crimes that we talk about. This stuff is very gruesome. So also, let me say this before I get into this video. I was so tired yesterday. I took my dog to the vet that morning, and I was like, there ain't no way I can get myself together. I had to get up super early, and I came back, and it was so cold just outside, and it's so gloomy. I was like, I just want to go to sleep. So I ended up sleeping, I'm not even joking, y'all, like the entire day. I slept the whole day away. It felt so good. I got clean sheets, because clean sheets are cozy, comfortable, and I was sleeping like a baby last night. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I was in a good mood. But now I'm replenished. Every time I don't record, I get recharged because I try not to get on the computer too much. I am posting shorts. I'll post like 1 or 2 shorts, but I try to stay off the computer when I'm not recording, and I try to just research a little bit on my phone, and then I'll put the phone away because I don't want to be on my phone too much. My head hurts when I look at the screen too much, so I'm really never on my computer that much if I'm not recording. But anyways, let's get into this crime. We are talking about a 5-year-old girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, and murdered by a man living in a homeless camp the same she was in. There's so many questions. Where was the parents? Why were they homeless? Homelessness is a thing. Kids are homeless. Was nobody watching her? And they also say she took care of herself. Very sad. So I'm actually going to answer the question I just asked about the parents. The mom kicked her and the father out of the homeless camp, and the dad was currently working at a gas station across the homeless camp. So this little girl was left alone with this predator that she knew for 5 hours. Oh my God. And he ended up smothering her with a pillow. Y'all, people who do this, I don't know, it's so disgusting. And that's actually why I made the poll, because of this. I heard about it, I skimmed it, and I was like, insane. And the reason is because he was sentenced to 25 years with the possibility of parole. Like, what? But then the judge ended up giving him 50 years, but I feel like they're going to try to appeal it, which I hope they don't. Like, ew, get him the maximum. Like, what the heck? This dude raped and murdered a 5-year-old girl. Come on. Now, if y'all have not seen the news, this was a year ago, but there was a case really similar to this. It was with a little black girl. I believe she was 4 or 5, but there was a man who snuck into her window, raped and murdered her. Insane. And she died from that, the rape. It was just very gruesome. Oh my God, sorry for saying it like that. It's very gruesome. But he ended up getting life in prison, and I believe he was looking at the death penalty, and this dude was looking at the death penalty as well, which I'm like, how did he not get it? This is capital murder. That's what they looked at, and this was in the state of Texas, by the way. But the other case I'm talking about, that dude ended up dying in prison. So Nobody losing sleep over that. It was just insane. But I was like very much like similar, but she just wasn't homeless. But this is a sad case, so I'm gonna share the screen with you guys. So let's get into it. Man killed 5-year-old girl who neighbors said pretty much took care of herself, and we have Mikhail Sherry, and her name is Zoe Felix. She's a really pretty little girl. A 26-year-old man in Kansas will spend decades behind bars for sexually assaulting and killing a 5-year-old girl last year in a makeshift homeless encampment while the child's father was at work across the street. Mikhail Sherry is a Michael, I don't care about this dude. The dude appeared in court on Friday where he pleaded guilty to 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of rape in connection with the slaying of young Zoe Felix, records revealed by Law and Crime. As previously reported by Law and Crime, he was initially charged with capital murder. Prosecutors with the Shawnee County District Attorneys dropped that charge in exchange for the guilty plea. And look, let's talk about this real quick. I need them to stop this. I'm one of the people which I believe that they need to stop giving these criminals so much say. They shouldn't have no say. I don't care if he pleaded guilty or not. Like, you know what? I really think they should just trick him. They should be like, okay, if you plead this, you get this, but actually it was just a trick, you're getting this. I don't think that should be a thing. This is a child killer. You gotta really picture it, and I don't want to picture that. It's like, he's disgusting. I'm one of the people, I just think that it should be, when it's a capital murder case, when it's this like bad, I think that it should just be up to the judge. He shouldn't have a say-so in nothing. Like, this dude, just because he pleaded guilty, I don't know. Okay, this stuff make me mad. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Under Kansas state law, Sherry will face a mandatory minimum sentence of life in prison with possibility for parole after 25 years. However, the presiding judge in the case can order Sherry in prison for up to 50 years before he would be eligible for parole. And look at that. I was already wrong. I read that so quick, I think earlier, y'all. The dude is looking at life in prison with the possibility of parole, but the judge can face him. Like, he can be sentenced to up to 50 years. What is up with these laws in this world? I cannot. No, we need to take off the possibility of parole. I know that's for, obviously not for every case. I'm talking about like these murder cases. It's for people, they plead guilty, but no, not when dealing with a child. We need to come together and really change that, because these people, that means he's able, if he get that means he's able to walk again. That is so terrifying. Ew. This is another reason why, these criminals, they get back on the street and do the same thing. He's homeless, where he gonna go? Right back to the street. He's a rapist, what he's gonna do? Go right back to the street and attack somebody else. Ew. I don't know, these rape cases really be pissing me off, because I feel like nobody gets a light sentence. They never get a life, they never get not life, but they never get the death sentence, and that's what I'm looking for. And then I don't like how people be saying, well, in prison he's gonna get got anyway. I actually say that, so actually I must not like myself, because I say that a lot too. But let's say he make it out, and then what? What? A lot of them people in prison, y'all know, I don't even know why we say that. I don't even know why I say that. Because in prison, a lot of them dudes are in there for murder, the same thing, they're just all in there together. And what's crazy is that I seen a clip yesterday. It was on my YouTube for some reason, maybe because I talk about crime. But there was something about this man that was in prison for the video was 11 years ago. But I think he's in there, he's been in that cell for 22 years. It's not a cell. It was literally brick. He just had a ball. And I was he said he hasn't seen the moon since 1980. I'm what the hell you do to get up in there? I don't really care, but what did you do? Murder somebody? Because it was maximum security, and that was the hole. I'm look. Everybody in the comments was it's inhumane, because that's the whole point of the title, was it inhumane and stuff. I'm just no. It's inhumane for people who don't know what's going on, okay? If we don't know what's going on, they also didn't say what he did. So, of course, we would think it's inhumane, which I get. Some people be well, what, they're going to just go crazy in there? Yeah, they should. If he murdered somebody, if he murdered somebody. I'm yeah, make him go insane. Make them go crazy. I'm all for it, because it's like this is not a good place. It's not rehabilitation, which they have programs in prison for rehabilitation, and I do agree that they should be like working on that stuff in there. But you also have people who don't care. They murder and they don't care. So why should we care about these people? I never understood why people care so much about murderers in prison. I don't care about these people, or just leave that stuff for the worst of the worst, and we really would not care. Also, I'm like, y'all can easily make this simple and just been giving out death sentences to these people, but no, we got, this is not Victorian era, and I know I be acting like I'm living in that era with like the stuff I be saying, with like getting rid of these people, but like seriously, they're just wasting space. Okay, especially I'm talking about murderers. They're just wasting space. Officers with the Topeka Police Department on October 2nd, 2023, at about 6 p.m. responded to a call about a young girl, later identified as Zoe, suffering from life-threatening injuries at a Dillon's gas station located in the Topeka area. Upon arriving at the location, emergency medical personnel with the Topeka Fire Department were already on scene performing life-saving measures on the child before rushing her to a hospital for treatment. Unfortunately, she succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead a short time after arriving at the facility. Zoe's death was determined to be suspicious, and authorities immediately began treating it as a homicide. In a press release identifying the victim as Zoe, police stated that the officers took Sherry into custody and charged her with her murder, noting that Sherry and the victim knew each other prior to her death. Sources close to the investigation told the CBS affiliate that Sherry and the victim were not related, but that Zoe had been living in the same outdoor homeless camp as him at the same time of her death. According to a report from the Associated Press, they told the court that after initially making a series of conflicting statements to investigators, Sherry eventually admitted that he sexually assaulted Zoe before suffocating her with a pillow. Sherry was reportedly left alone with Zoe for about 5 hours while her father worked at a gas station across the street from where his daughter was killed. A neighbor reportedly told authorities that the victim was living in the homeless camp because Zoe's mother had thrown her and her father out of their house 2 weeks before the girl's death. The house was reportedly in deplorable shape and had no running lights or water. Authorities reportedly had not disclosed why Sherry was living with the family in the homeless camp or how long he had known Zoe and her father. Community members told them that Zoe pretty much took care of herself and would be often seen running around the neighborhood unsupervised. Everybody on the block took care of Zoe. Cheryl Tyree, a woman who does not live in the neighborhood but spends a great deal of the time there. Everybody loves Zoe except her parents. Why is that? That's so heartbreaking. Everybody loved Zoe but her parents. And also, let me go on and also apologize about the home thing. They was basically homeless. There's no lights, no water. It's not livable. Okay, so yeah, they were still homeless. A home is where you're comforted. You have what you need. She did not. And I wonder, why does mom, who birthed this child, kick her and the father out if that's true? Just a lot of people don't need kids. Just disgusting. I'm wondering now, stuff like that, my theory, my 2 cents, because I'm a curious person, and also I see a lot of stuff on the news. I'm starting to think that the mother, stuff like that, they be on drugs and stuff, and they just don't want the kids, don't care about the family. I don't know. That's the type of stuff you see parents pimping their kids out, like that type of stuff. I don't know. He didn't care about the daughter, obviously, because you would have took her to work. You wouldn't have left her there in a homeless camp with these strangers. And yes, they are strangers. I don't care if they say they knew each other. Look, I don't know the homeless community. I don't know if they have a say-so or how they, a set of rules they go by. But no, they're strangers. I don't care. Like, this dude did not. No, you don't know this little girl. But it's just sad. But when you got like all these people knowing her, everybody took care of her, but she took care of herself. She's too young to be taking care of herself. This is a little girl. And if you don't want your child, you go, look. People need to start doing the responsible thing. And it's sad what I'm about to say, but if you can't take care of your child, like, I just believe, there's somebody else that can. Kids should not be homeless. But I understand that, people don't want to lose their kids. But it's like, if you can't provide for your child, that's what unfortunately, they go to foster homes so you can get your stuff together and then get your child back. So a lot of people do not deserve kids. They don't need to be mothers, fathers. If you can't take care of your child, you need to go handle your business and, take that child somewhere where they can be fed and warm. Like, these are kids. These are kids. Like, you can get your stuff together. Oh my goodness. At least the dad had a job, that's the one thing I can say, but dang, why did he not take her with him? Now let's talk about this dude. He looked creepy. But we also have him homeless and we have him in the same camp as her. Left alone for 5 hours. They said their own makeshift camp. So I'm guessing, driving by a lot of these homeless camps, because where I live, there's a lot of homeless people out here. I be seeing the tents and stuff, and now I'm really picturing like what happened in there, because you just never know. Don't nobody bother these people unless they're like getting kicked out somewhere from like the police. So anything can happen, and it's scary. They be under bridges. They be like behind houses, in old houses. Who knows? It's just really sad, and that she was left alone with this creep. And a lot of them are creeps. They don't care about committing crimes. A lot of people are homeless who commit crimes, so, and that might be surprising to people, but that's actually true. It's a couple of cases I've seen when the person was homeless. For example, the next one we're talking about is homeless. The next crime, we're watching an interrogation about a woman who was homeless and ended up murdering 2 people. So just like, the homeless, I want to say people commit crimes who are homeless so they can go get somewhere, go to sleep somewhere. I don't know. But this was disgusting, okay? This little girl did not deserve this. She had nobody who cared for her except for strangers, minus the one who attacked her. But I don't understand why. If she's walking around, nobody's seeing her, nobody's calling the cops to check on her, go take her. Because if you call the cops, they would take that little girl. Even if she was with her dad, they would take her, because the little kid should not be homeless. They should not be living in a homeless camp. It's just horrifying, and it's so heartbreaking that this little girl had nobody. Like, she had nobody. She literally only had herself. And this world is evil, and it's crazy. You have things like this where a little girl can be taken advantage of, raped, and smothered with a pillow by a disgusting perv. Like, and the fact that he's only looking at life with the possibility, with listen to it, with the possibility of parole. That's the world we live in. Oh my God, the system don't care. Y'all don't care. This is a capital murder. Why? I hope the judge really go all in with this case. Like, come on now, because trial, they're gonna hear all the nasty stuff, and that's really gonna make you hate these people. I'm like, what happened to life without parole? Like, what is that for? This is a capital punishment case just because he pled guilty. You want this man walking outside again? Come on, like, ew. Also, this just goes to show that a family is literally nothing sometimes. Everybody has grandparents, aunts, but like a lot of people don't talk to them. It's just sad that that little girl literally had nobody. Like they said, nobody cared about her, not even her parents. Let me know what you guys think of this case. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just be careful. Take care of your kids. Stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. If you see a random child walking, running in a homeless camp, call the cops so they can they can take them. Now, I know people want to keep their kids, but like, kids should not be homeless. They should be in school. They should be getting fed. Like, you handle your business and then go get your child back. That's how it should be. That's just how I see how the system should be, in my opinion. I don't know. People might think I'm wrong. It's just, people might be thinking, oh, they deserve to be with their kids. Not in those situations. Sorry. That's just what I think. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.